squid, lime green, lime green squid. Alternatively, you could wander around for 15 minutes aimlessly like a confused toddler, and when you hear their bells ring a second time, you'll be automatically taken to the execution cutscene. Confused toddler, more like experienced adventure game player, you don't explore the obvious places, you go outside of the obvious places, because that's where the juicy stuff is. So basically, the quick start walkthrough tells us a specific way that we should probably start the game, but I never really agreed with shoulds. I'm going to still try to recreate the same path that I took originally, even the ones that might be mistakes. Obviously, my gushing and love of everything won't be on the same level as it was before because it's not the first time, but I'll try to do my best. Can I start again without ruining my original saves? And I was falling in love with this. I was like, oh my god, it's the same font as in Quest for Glory 2, Trial by Fire, my favorite of the Quest for Glory games. Holy shit. This game is the result of a small group of writers, artists, programmers, and crazy people who toiled like lunatics for years to create this game. And I thank each and every one of you. Dope, 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 dope. It's got a different title page this time. Move my shield out. Oh. Last time I just skipped the credits, so this time I'm going to let them play. The people behind this game put so much love and effort into it. I wanted to express that in my original version of this video, so hopefully I will still get inspired and fall in love with little things here and there. It so perfectly encapsulates how those games felt in the 90s. Sierra, Quest for Glory, Quest for Camelot, King's Quest, Codename Iceman, Police Quest, all these amazing games. It's most like Shadows of Darkness and King's Quest VI, which are the best of the Sierra games. But I still think Trial by Fire is my favorite one to play through. I don't really care too much about the people that gave money. They didn't do anything, they just gave money. I want to give praise to the programmers, the creators, the writers, the musicians that made a lot of tracks that I still hum outside of the game, and that is the sign of a good video game composer. The town music, I'm often found just humming it on my own. Produced by Stephen Alexander and Sean Mills. Written and directed by Stephen Alexander, clearly a true connoisseur of these point-and-click games. Alright, let's go. Let's hope I'm not too loud this time. You can actually hear it.
Oh my. Oh, stop it. Stop it, Ice. You're so wicked. Oh, stop it. I said no.
Alicia, what's going on in there?
Shh, it's my father. Nothing, Daddy.
Open this door at once!
But Daddy, I'm changing.
I'm coming in!
You have to go.
But I've just got my boots off.
Don't get cheeky now. Seriously. My father will kill Daddy.
Alicia!
Daddy, no.
Why, you devil! I'll kill you!
That wasn't my fault. She tricked me.
I'll trick you, devil!
Oh, I'm out of here.
Good old Sierra storytelling. Visual storytelling with the windows there. I love that. And he runs exactly like the hero. I love it. Hello, donkey. Mule, whatever. Oh, donkey man. Hi.
Hello, sir. How are you this evening?
Hello, Swart.
Exhausted, friend. Tell me, where are you going?
Oh, I'm off across the mountains. How about you?
The same. Mind if I tell you?
Not at all. We can sing songs together.
Great. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. Nice. It perfectly captures that 90s Sierra feel. New kid in town. Several weeks later. On the right stick is the slow mouse, on the left stick is a fast mouse, so that really makes things a little better. I was afraid that it would be too clunky, and I was saying that they should be using the touchpad. Why aren't they using the touchpad as a mouse? That should be what they automatically did. So many games fail to use the touchpad as a way to navigate the maps, which is exactly what it was for. Mad Max does this perfectly, but not Red Dead 2? What the fuck? But yes, I'm loving this font. It is exactly like Quest for Glory 2. That, oh, so good. Shortcuts, squares, inventory, touchpad is player statistics instead of navigating the mouse like it should be. But that complaint is minor. This game is amazing. Don't let my sour opinion of that overshadow my love of this game. Triangle spellbook, R3 sundial, that's for resting. L1R1 loop over cursor icons. That's like the right click button on your mouse. L2R2 loops over the run modes and the walk modes and previously cast spell. Move the cursor to the top of the screen to see the drop down bar. Yeah, classic old style. Nice skull cursor. You gotta put it in funny places. That's what the skull cursors are for. That's what Sierra
here you
cursors are
go.
for.
Is this okay?
Yes, this is fine. Thank you. For your trouble.
See you later.
Why, thank you, sir. Well, I'm off. Heading north to the castle. Maybe I'll see you again sometime.
You just may. Farewell, sir.
The Baron's castle? Is the Baron a vampire in this one? Aw, Volksville. They should have called it Lucasville. You know, because Quest for Glory, it was Spielberg.
Hello, my friend. Welcome. Welcome to the town of Volksville. I trust your travels were not too unpleasant.
Just fine, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. My name is Udo. I am a seller of rare and precious trinkets, as well as a great source of news for the town and all across the valley.
You mean you're a gossip?
Call me what you may, as long as you call me friend.
We'll see.
Ah, cautious. I like that. Please come and see me anytime you need anything.
Quite the style there. The circle button also cycles through them. Let's take a look.
It's a
Hello.
little wooden stand, complete with a charming canvas awning. You bet the little guy who mans the booth made it himself. You glance over the bottles on the stand. They're cheap perfumes for women. You've seen stuff like this sold in bazaars all over the world. You could take one, but why would you want to smell like a dirty, dirty whore?
That made me laugh so hard the first time.
You see
Not
the
that I think
barrel,
whores are
which is
dirty.
unremarkable, but then you think of how funny it would be if you had some angry dwarf shoved in there yelling and pounding on the wood.
And then shoving him off into the river, heading off to Lake Town.
You grab the barrel. It's so heavy, you think a dwarf is in there.
Take a look at
There's
everything.
a little stream that flows in front of the town. You look down a ways and see it ends in a small lake just down the road. Remember seeing the stream flowing down from the mountains as you rode into town.
Might be a clue in there.
It's a small, dark cluster of rocks. You could smash something on them, you suppose, but they're mainly there just for decoration.
That could be
Go
a clue.
ahead, Sisyphus. You try and push them.
Or I could just go up here and select them.
The sign reads Volksville. It looks like it was carved a long time ago and could use some cleaning up.
Again, it
The
should have been
sign-
called Lucasville.
You try to straighten it out. Oh, wait. No, you don't. You stare intently at the grass. It's so green, man. You could get lost in it, man. Give up this life of moral turpitude. Join up with a couple of other guys that play some instruments and travel across the land playing mandolin. Then you shake yourself out of it and realize that you are grateful that you aren't dead.
Har, har, har.
Don't pick this stuff up and smoke it, man.
Alright, let's talk to little Udo here. But why would I want to smell like a dirty, dirty whore?
But why would you want to smell like a dirty, dirty whore?
Hey there, Udo.
Well, hello there, friend. How can I help you today?
Again, not that I think whores are dirty, it's just funny the way he said it.
Ah, the People's Village. You'll not find a finer nor friendlier town around these parts. Everything's kept ship-shape around here by old Rayford. He likes to keep things nice and orderly. And for your amusement, there's plenty of shops and sights to see. You can check out the inn or maybe visit the general store. There's a tobacconist for all your exotic smoking and spice needs. Oh, and don't forget the magic shop. We've also got an apothecary, and there's an old graveyard on the edge of town.
Neato.
He's a tough old SOB, that's for sure. He's a pleasant enough fella, but don't let that fool you, because he doesn't suffer fools or troublemakers one bit. He'll crack your skull if you give him an excuse to. The inn is on the east part of town, but over the years, it just settled into being an inn. You can get a reasonable room and some decent food there. The innkeeper's name is Kessel. Tell him Udo sent you. You'll get the Udo discount. Let me tell you, if there's a center of leisure and luxury in this town, it's the tobacconists.
Does that mean center of scum and villainy?
Armand.
Okay. Cool. What do you have to sell? Perfume, perfect for that special lady in your life. $250. I'm not going to buy that yet. $25 for snake oil, $40 for rubbing alcohol, and a small bottle of everyday oil. I bought all of these, but maybe I'll wait for now. He's probably always going to be here. I tried to steal from him.
You don't know what it is, whether it's his sexually ambiguous face or just a rare case of feeling nice. But you really don't want to steal from Udo.
Alrighty then. Instead of exploring the town, because towns are boring, I decide to wander. No, don't run. I said sneak. There we go. The icons are a little bit too close, but look at that. It's the perfect sneaking animation. Oh, no, don't go inside. Let's go.
Thank goodness, it was a great race.
See, stealth skills, they're going up. Hello. Who are you? He's just one of the guards.
The river flows south and bends to run below the entrance to town. This area of the valley is well travelled. The path leads around the sides of the village and further north. The forest gets deeper further into the distance, meeting the feet of magnificent mountains. You can see a water wheel further to the north.
Lovely.
What a race!
Beep, beep, boopy. Yeah, this theme. I tend to find myself humming it.
The water wheel is being spun by the water rushing down the stream. Trees. Exciting, aren't they?
Truly.
What a picturesque little spot. It'd be a perfect spot for young lovers to come and have a nice picnic on the banks of the river, then move on to other wilder activities. Ah, young love. The stone wall holds up the whole town. Or not. What a picturesque...
Alright, let's keep going. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Made references to sneaky feet. Like I said, before I even realized Pa was in this game, I was saying, hey, anybody been watching Pa Dugan's videos where he makes awesome tribute videos to the Quest for Glory, Sierra, King's Quest, those types of games of the 90s, where he emotes the love that we all fell in with these games, and I was highly recommending his videos, so I will do that again. Pa Dugan. Recommend his videos. He is going to show up in this game, and it is great.
This log cabin is sturdy and well constructed. There is a front porch and a fishing net draped over the railing.
All in all, it looks quite inviting. There's even a little doormat that welcomes guests.
That sounds like a trap to me for some
You
reason.
considered that this would be a very nice place to settle down.
Ha! Too many riches to be made before I settle down, and it won't be in a cottage like this.
I love it when you talk to me. I do get lonely out here.
On the other side of the river is a row of pine trees which grow tall up into the sky. The river is flowing past the cabin and towards the village. These rocks look placed here in front of the grand old tree.
That's one big-ass tree.
Can I
You
climb it?
can't climb this tree.
Oh.
The
They're not?
door is locked.
No? Oh, it's going to
There
let
is
me touch
nothing
the
on
window?
the cabin that you can take.
Oh.
There is nothing. There is there.
Alright. Let's keep going. Stealth going up. Aha.
Well, isn't this lovely? It's a lovely little place with canoes and an old shed, but there's a giant hole in the footbridge across the water.
Well, I sure as hell ain't fixing it. Not my job.
Which is basically the opposite of the idea in your adventure game playing, is that you're there to fix everyone else's problems.
Two canoes are sitting on the bank of the rapidly flowing river, upside down to drain any excess water from them.
There's a big damn hole in this bridge. You're not getting across until someone fixes it.
The river leads down towards town. The water flows over the rocks as it empties from the lake, travels along the river, and ends up in the ocean. This area is full of trees going northward into the distance.
What you got in the shed here?
This old shack has the distinct smell of dead fish about it. Glancing inside it, you can see various fishing items and a large canoe with a hole in the bottom. Wooden tools and implements surround the canoe. Obviously, it's being repaired from some past misadventure. You also see some fishing line, rods, nets, and oars. And upon closer inspection, you notice a perfectly good old hammer in there.
Where'd that voice come from? I'm wondering if the different voiceover sounds are intentional or if they were just added later and used with different mics, because it makes it feel more authentic.
You quickly swipe the hammer out of its safe cradle in the shed and carry it along with the rest of your junk. You have no reason to take the canoes. What was
Added
your plan
hammer.
there? Carry it around?
Sure, go sailing.
You try to take the light mist rising from the water as it rushes over the rocks, but you realize that is just dumb.
Oh, no, it just feels good. Let's see, from the eyeball, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the walk. And from the fingers, 1, 2, 3 to walk. All right, so let's try to remember that. Makes it quicker. Oh, hello.
You see two fishermen doing what they do best. They already seem to have quite the collection. The squirrel is picking at the ground and eating what it finds. This must be a popular fishing spot, though judging by the local population's personal hygiene, not a popular bathing area.
This tree is well placed to supply shade to the fishermen.
This hedge was built by Brattle's son Jory.
Who's Brattle and
Seems
Jory?
he considers himself a bit of a landscaper.
These guys? This is very King's Quest 6, Isle of the Beast.
Hello, Mr. Squirrel.
Really? Mr. Squirrel?
Of course.
You're a weirdo.
No, you're a weirdo for not talking to animals, you dork. I am enjoying this voice actor. He's doing a good job. See what you got to say.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Ah, I didn't see you there. Been messing with this net for the last hour.
Isn't that pond a little small for the net?
Aye, it is. But I lost me pole just a bit earlier. Biggest catfish I'd ever seen hopped up and ate the bait and hook hole. Took off. That were the best pole I ever had. Who knows where that demon fish took it?
They are crafty creatures.
What are you talking about? They're as stupid as a pile of rocks. That one's just lucky.
In my original playthrough, I gave him back the rod, but I didn't even try fishing. What was I even thinking?
I'd give anything to get it back. I sell 'em and I eat some. Brattle is my name. Thanks
Okay, so
for
he's
asking.
Brattle.
Most people just call me Fishmonger. Apparently I smell too bad to live in town, hoity-toity bastards. They'll eat my damn fish, oh yes, but they won't let me live there. At night, though, this little patch here to the north of town, well, there's something wandering around up there that just ain't right. I saw it once from a distance, and I got my arse right back home.
What can I buy? Fishing net and rations. It's probably a good idea to get rations. It's only $4 for that, and only $25 for that, so...
You have purchased a day's ration. You have purchased an old fishing net.
All right. How many rations do I have right now?
You are carrying some food rations which are
3
useful
days.
for staying alive. They're made out of dried fruit and nuts, smoked meats and other assorted goodies.
Like fish, sword, thingy.
You've got your cloth armor equipped. You've got your standard sword equipped. It's a leather pouch filled with coins of various shapes and sizes, all denoting different amounts of Lonarian Blythos, the near universal trading currency. People commonly refer to them as Blyths.
Blyths.
You have some Blythos.
286. All right.
It's a hammer. It's useful for hammering things. This one, though, not for use on people. This isn't Old Boy.
Old boy. What's that a reference to?
It's a fishing net.
Fishing net.
You're sure someone somewhere has done an honest day's work using this net.
Off we go. Continue my trek to avoid what I'm supposed to be doing in town. think I went this way first, deciding that going up would be a little bit going too far away from town. I might get too confused. Yeah, so maybe this time I'll try fishing if I find his fishing rod. There it is. Let's go pick it up.
Oops.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Nice going, dingus. You've fallen into the water. You're lucky you can swim, unlike this one night you used to know. Anyway, now you're wet.
One night I used to know. Alexander had troubles with water. I went over here to touch the rock.
You bend down and take a long, refreshing drink from the river.
That's not exactly what I was trying to do.
That was good.
Wonder if I can go further down the river. I picked myself up in the original playthrough. No, only this far. Can I go this far? No? Wonder how long I can stay in there without dying.
Finding your grip, you climb up the bank and onto the grass.
I'm going to need another way to do this. Wait a minute. Didn't I just buy a net? You have to put the blue dot on what you're
river, you managed to snare the fishing pole.
touching. Good, good. Now I have the fishing pole. Originally, I gave it to the fisherman immediately. So what I'm going to do is try some fishing. This looks like a nice fishing spot.
Whatever it is, whatever you try.
Really?
Whatever it is you're trying to do doesn't seem to be working.
Is there a specific spot I should go to? Should I use his own fishing line in the pond that he's fishing in? Seriously? It's a fishing line. I'm dropping my fishing line in the river. It's the most natural thing that should be able to do. Oh well, I guess they didn't program it in. Unless, again, there must be a specific place for it, or it is only meant for giving back to the guy. Well, it's not even registering over here. How about in the center of the hole?
That doesn't.
You want to put a fishing?
All your might.
It's warm ice fishing. Just cut through the hole in the wood, right?
That doesn't.
Weird. That's weird, Brit. I'm gonna go fishing.
You've got nothing to gain by dunking that in the pond, genius.
Why not? I'd be getting a fish. Hey, bud. Were you missing this?
Why, bless your heart. You're a right excellent bastard, eh? Look here, this is all I got at the moment, but it's pretty handy. It's a bottle of fish oil. You can use it in cooking, you can sell it, you can fix squeaky doors with it. It's handy. Thanks for helping me out.
The fish oil is going to be important.
That's my pleasure.
Oops.
Oops. In my quest to choose which class I want, I was waiting for the opening screen. You know, the classic. You know, the classic character class select screen at the beginning of Quest for Glory. But you have to do a quest in a specific way for a specific person, and that's how you choose your class in this game. And the fish oil is used in all three, I believe. Ooh, nice. Now this is a good old Quest for Camelot scene. Get fleece.
Crikey, his damn head fell right off into the stump.
No.
Got to admit, that was equal parts cool and gross, as there were still a few rotting tendons holding it on. You peer inside and notice an old steel helmet.
Complete with horns. It's too bad this guy died, because he might have been a badass.
You take the helm, figuring you could use it better.
Alright. Complete with
This
horns, I
helmet
guess?
is awesome and horny.
Alright. I like the butterflies and Yeah. This is just beautiful. I love this. This is great. So I continued on this way. And the flowers are great, but you can't pick them.
You're surrounded by foliage, rocks, and trees. It's a forest after all.
Ooh. And the music changes here. It's really cool.
This is a large rock. Some people would call it a boulder. Other people would call it a bloody massive rock.
The people who created this path would have called it a pain in the arse.
This part of the music, some of it sounds like the dreams that you had in Irena's garden in Shadows of Darkness, when you're seeing those beautiful bubbles and you're in a beautiful feeling of peace and warmth and love, and then suddenly it's all sucked away into a black void and you're choking on nothing. It's Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness, just, oh my god, so good. That's why this game is great too, because everything is just...
This area of the wood is obviously well travelled. There is a path which leads to the north, west and east, as well as a clearing to the south.
Everything is a loving tribute, and it's great.
And there's a rock here. A bloody big rock.
It's been called itself attention about twice now, so there must be something I have to do with this rock. Do I have to put the Staff of Irana on top? Irena, we always called it Irena at home when we were just reading it. We didn't have voice acting. We read all the names before, so we always called it Irena's Piece, Irena's Garden. But I guess they wanted to pronounce it Irana. The voice acting in Shadows of Darkness all sounds wrong to the voices that I have inside my head anyway. But John Rhys Davies does a great job. Just to stay close to town as close as possible. Stats. There we go. Stealth is up 14. Nice. This must be where the earthy frost wizard is. Yeah. Cool.
He's a very earthy-looking man, and while his demeanor seems warm, you do sense some kind of cold from him.
Yeah, he's very suspicious, but I think everybody and everything in this game will be.
Hello there.
Hello there, fellow traveler.
Jack. What's your name, Jack?
My name is Jack.
Oh, it's Jack.
And you are?
You can call me Rome.
Get it? Get it? Like Rome?
Very nice, Mr. Rome. Well, I am just a traveler passing through, but I've come to enjoy these woods. They're quite peaceful compared to the South Woods. They're full of brutish men.
Brutish men?
I also suppose I enjoy this, because the power of magic runs strong in this forest, although I sense both good and evil magics abound. Mostly sadness, though.
That sounded like a villain speech.
Yes, I'm a practitioner of the magical arts. I tend to favor earth and ice magics.
Cool staff trick. Alright. See you later.
Goodbye, sir. May your travels be pleasant.
Thank you. I will continue this way. Ah.
This area of the forest is quite thick. There's a path which leads to the west, and the trees in the distance look impassable.
That is the question.
You're deep into the forest. Trees, grass, rocks, and dirt paths all come with the package. The ground is damp and the air is humid.
Hello, Mr. Squirrel.
Really? Mr. Squirrel?
Yes.
You're a weirdo.
Nope. I still contend that you're the weirdo for not talking to animals. Alright, so I guess I went to the right after meeting this guy. Ooh, spooky forest area.
There's a post stuck in the ground here with an iron ring attached. It's used to tie a horse up with. The forest becomes very gloomy and dull to the north. In fact, the smell drifting in from that area smells like stagnant water, or the breath of a bar wench you once knew.
Here we go.
Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go!
You're on a ledge high above the waterfall in the corner of the valley. The majesty of the waterfall here immediately catches your eye. It's most impressive.
This is probably the most amazing part of the valley.
This is so Irana's piece. Irana's garden. Irana. Just look at that. It's so pretty. Just sit here and have this one of the pixel art relaxing music to sleep to videos for 3 hours.
The water collects in a deep blue pool below the waterfall before it begins to flow through the valley. It's quite breathtaking, actually. This rock hangs out over the pool and falls. You peer down and realize it's much too steep to just climb down. You need a rope or something. The rock cliff here. This old tree looks pretty sturdy. You figure it'd hold your weight if you tied a rope to it.
Ah. I never got that clue before.
You attempt to climb the tree. You don't get far, but you feel that you're getting better.
Nice. It does the active leveling up. So the more I climb, the more skills I'll get. It's my favorite way of RPG leveling up. You use a skill, it gets better. Oblivion was the best thing for that, because all you had to do is jump everywhere, and eventually you could jump into the sky, because you were practicing jumping. Why did they remove that in Skyrim? I have no idea. Why does upgrade in graphics have to come with downgrade in gameplay? There we go! I climbed the tree! Now what?
You climb the tree and realize there was no reason to do so. You then climb back down.
No reason. Practicing climbing is a reason in itself. In these games. Now let's see what my stats are. So here's where the stats and the other options are if I don't want to click the special clickies. Climbing 35. Nice. Cool, cool. It was about this time when I was originally stuck, and the game forced me to go back to town for some event that I hadn't been informed of while I was checking my status, and it froze the game, and it was kind of a funny part of the video, and I wish I could still share that, but I don't really want to have to glitch out the game and start over again. Should I head back to town and explore until the event happens and see what other stuff I might have missed? Sneaky guard. Alright, we'll do what the instruction booklet said. We'll go talk to the townsfolk first. I didn't talk to any of them before the event happened and forced me into the second phase of the game. So I'll do a little bit of that now.
This young man is vigorously hammering away at a pair of horseshoes. He looks like a decent chap.
He's probably going to be the worst of them all, isn't he? Just because he says it looks like a decent chap.
This guard is fat. You don't think he could chase off a pickpocket, let alone solve any real crimes. A potted plant hangs above the stable. It looks...
Loom tapestries.
It's a pretty little alcove. You wonder who usually hangs out there.
Usually hangs out
They
there?
look handmade, yet unremarkable.
They look like loom tapestries. That's cool. I hope that is what they were thinking.
The ground is compacted, rock hard, obviously from heavy use by the townsfolk. Around the edges of buildings and walls, sparse amounts of grass grows where people don't walk often.
Bucket.
More barrels, probably storing feed.
Oops. He went away. I was supposed to talk to him. He was going to inform me about the event, so said the instruction booklet.
Good day, sir.
Hello there.
I've never talked to this guy before. He disappeared. As I came back to town, I was going to talk to him, but the bells were ringing and I had to go to the event. All right. So at least I can talk to this guy. Hi, Niels.
My name is Niels. I'm the assistant and farrier to the blacksmith. I'm preparing shoes for the horses. Yes, there's an execution taking place soon. I want to finish the shoes before I head down. It's quite lovely, thank you.
Lovely day for an
They
execution.
take me where I need to go. I made the chair myself. It's a pretty quiet
Wheels?
town, never much trouble. Except for Gorth. He's always causing trouble. Surprised Rayford hasn't beaten him senseless yet.
Gorth?
He's the local sheriff. He's a tough man, but he's always decent to me.
Alright. Yeah, he seems like a decent chap.
He looks like a decent chap.
Take care, stranger.
Here, by the mighty gates of Volksville, you take in the quiet little town. You notice the sheriff's office amongst the buildings. You see the inn up through an arch, and the graveyard past the stables. There's some stores beyond the sheriff's, and you can see some more houses to the south.
Ah.
It's the sigil for the sheriff's office. If you're lucky and smart, you won't spend too much time in there. The door is locked.
Don't want me to talk to him yet? Okie dokie. Hammering guy. Reminds me of... And this guy too. Just the way that they're working. The Guild of Blacksmiths. Ah, here we are. This one I was like, hey, this looks just like the sheriff's house in Spielberg. Which is again why this place should have been called Lucasville.
The base of the gargoyles reveal two names, Vigo and Hector. How droll.
Now, is that a reference to something too? Are those the names of the Ghostbusters 2 guys? Vigo the Carpathian, and was Hector his servant guy in the art show? The guy that played the weird guy in Ally McBeal? Unless the execution takes over. I'm so polite, closing the door.
Now, this really is your kind of place. Mysterious, abstruse, and very pentagramish. You reside in the local dealership of magic and conjuring. You can't fail to notice the thin, bearded stranger sitting across the way.
Thin-bearded or thin-bearded?
You see a collection of tomes on the bookshelf. This man obviously likes his reading.
But they don't tell you any of the titles of the books. That's sad.
You look into the crystal ball. You see a wimpy dude with black hair showing his arse cheek to some chick with blonde hair. You notice a dead dragon in the background and find the whole thing extremely odd.
Wimpy dude with black hair showing his ass cheek to some chick with blonde hair. Is that Alexander and his sister Rosalind or Rosalina, whatever her name was? Is that future me? Most likely it's future me in this game. And a dead dragon. Interesting.
The sigil is probably his trademark logo or something. He seems to have a penchant for the star-shaped symbols. There's some kind of hanging herb. What kind of creepy magic shop would it be without them?
Random trinkets and shit.
You assume it goes to his living quarters, but you're not going back there without adult supervision. You want a wicked scepter, wicked bad.
Wonder what that wicked means. Take a look.
It's a pewter dragon. You doubt, though, that this guy bought this one at a tourist shop by the beaches or in a comic store.
Alright, what you got to say, Mr. Prospero?
Away!
Ahoy. Well, let's see, are we? We're all accepted some way. How insightful. Allow me to quote that in my book of Who Cares. Now, young man, is there something I might help you with?
I can do that with my beard. Who are you?
My name? Well, you may call me Prospero. I make it most of the town calls me Mr. Magic. It amuses them. Magic? Well, that's quite a discussion. Perhaps we can converse about it when we have more time.
Okay,
There's
so
an
I have to wait
execution
until after.
coming soon, and we'd better not be late. Rayford gets into quite a tizzy about these things.
Okie dokie then. Let's go this way for now. Ah yes, now there's this place.
It's a door, dumbass. This little cottage is quaint. You wonder what kind of an arsehole lives there. It's a well. Not much to see here. At least from up here. Don't want to fuss with the well right now. You don't need water. And frankly, right now, you don't need trouble.
but in one of the videos that hasn't been deleted yet, excuse me, I climbed down.
You're in the southern part of town. There's a few houses and homes here.
Ah, yes, the main spot. All the doors were locked the first time I got here. Or when I was first checking.
It's no market of wall, but you suppose they have the kinds of supplies that could help you survive here? It's filled with various rocks and such now. It makes a nice decoration in front of the store. You bet vagrants piss in it. You, like a vagrant, decide to urinate in the cauldron. It's your way of saying, I was here.
All right. The accent comes and goes, does it? Ah, yes. Well, these guys I visit later on anyway in a video that hasn't been deleted, so...
Hello, young master. Welcome to the Owens General Store and Meat Emporium.
Butcher shop. Meat Emporium sounds like a whorehouse.
Oh, you'd know a whorehouse, wouldn't you?
Maybe. I found you in one.
You were the chamber pot boy.
You were the chamber pot.
I love you, dear.
Love you too, honey bunny.
Wow, this is lovely.
Hey, you tried running a store with your significant other. You have to do something to keep yourself from going nuts.
Understood.
Well, we're just about to close up to go to the execution. So if you need something, just stop on back afterwards, okay, honey?
Sounds like a call to the execution.
I see.
You probably better make your way back to town.
I am in town.
Oh, hello, my lord.
Oh, well, hello.
I must be on my way now. Take care.
She appears to be busy at the moment.
Alright, this guy came out, so now I can talk to him. Unless the thing's gonna happen.
Good day, sir.
Yes, it certainly is.
I would stay and chat, but I must be going. We've got so much happening today.
Then why'd you come outside?
Rayford wanted me to go get something, but I can't remember. We so rarely have public executions.
Ah,
You are coming to the public square, right?
I guess so.
No, I don't believe I'll be coming today.
What? I mean, everyone in town is going. Are you squeamish?
Yes, I have the constitution of a little girl.
Well, I understand. Rayford won't like it, though.
Well, that should be an interesting day. I should make my way to the public square, eventually.
Infamy 10. I probably should have said something more brave. Guess I'm sitting here and wait until the timer goes off. The instruction did say to grab a glass cup. Hoorah.
Ah, these hold the sweet libations that give you good vibrations. You can't wait to sample the goods. The bartender is a real beauty. Soft, pale skin, beautiful brown eyes, long, luscious hair, an ample bosom. Yep, a real beauty.
Oi, pal, put your eyes on something else. I'm no whore to be gulped at.
She's familiar. She looks like a game reviewer too. But the one that I think it is, it looks like they narrowed her face way down, made her way super skinny looking.
And Spirit, you like that? Whoa, that's a big boy right there. He looks like he could eat a stag and then ask for seconds.
So I already talked to a lot of these people and do shit, so that part of the video hasn't been deleted, so I'll just grab the cup if I can from here. I'm not even continuing, so I don't even know why I bother. Ooh, nice and inverted cross, that's great. Fuck Jesus. May those who value the prejudices of a fictional character rot in the hell they invented. supposed to buy a drink. Have a drink.
Here you go, mate. Give me a blow and we're even.
You pay her and begin to sip your drink. It's as refreshing as you hoped it would be. 6 or 7 of these and you might get as giddy as a Lunarian whore.
Is that a challenge?
Hey, I don't know you. You new in my tavern?
No, I've been here for weeks.
You got a problem, pal?
Right.
The only problem I have, friend, is that the amount of nose hair you're spurting. You're trying to catch boogers as a hobby.
You're quite the smartass, friend. You're lucky there's an execution in town and there's more guards around. Otherwise, you and I'd be having words.
You're lucky I have a pair of tweezers.
You're funny, friend. Let me buy you a drink.
Let me drink your drink.
I never got to see this part yet either, so.
A toast! Thank God we're not the poor bastard whose head is about to roll.
May we
You're
never
here.
face the gallows or marriage.
Come on by afterwards. Let's have some more drinks and talk about things.
Alright. We'll talk about things. Right. Might as well dance around the dance floor. Do the old codename Iceman. Any Stacy's around to dance with? I remember thinking she was the prettiest woman ever whenever you did the look at Stacy in Codename Iceman. But now, looking back, she has the worst 90s bangs ever. They're cheering my sneak skills. Hoorah. There we go.
I should make my way to the town square.
Okie dokie. That's when it automatically takes me, with a slow fade out. And she's scratching his butt,
Bring in the prisoner.
grabbing his butt. It's actually him probably scratching his butt, but I like to think because it's in the same position as her arm that she's grabbing his butt. Well, there's the prisoner. Wonder who that could be.
It is by the edict of the king and the laws of the land of the valley of Krasna in the kingdom of Lonaria that
I'm
here
kicking
in
my
the
butt.
town of Volksville, I, J.S. Rayford, am here to carry out the sentence in the matter of the people versus the criminal Marcus Van Houten, who has been proven guilty of theft and murder. Does the criminal have anything to say?
Let me head roll. I
There he
defended
is.
myself and stole to feed my own starving body. If this is life, then my head is better served up fresh on a pole for all you people.
Very well. Marcus
Yay,
Van
Pa.
Houten, you are sentenced to death by the automatic blade. May the next life be better than this.
As long as I don't have to look at your filthy face, Rayford, your conscience is almost as filthy as my...
Slap. Slice. Yips.
Take his head, tar it, and put it on a pike outside town to warn others of our justice. His headless body to a crow's cage to be pecked clean. And thus it is for criminals here. I will not tolerate them in my jurisdiction. Do you understand? You are all witnesses here today.
Alrighty. More like injustice, you mean? Look at those piked skulls. I didn't notice those before. Oh, the mayor would like to talk to you.
Rayford would like to see you in his office.
Okie dokie, after I scratch
Hello
my butt.
there. You're a visitor to our town, I take it?
I'm not sure I'm a fan of this page's art. The face here is not very good, and his face is a little odd. But it's supposed to be reminiscent of King's Quest VI when you're looking at the Vizier and the genie talking, and when Alexander's there, or when Saladin, I think his name is, Saladin, the collie guard.
No, I've lived here all my life.
A bold lie. I know everyone of this town. Who are you?
My name is Mr. Rowan. Mr. William Rowan. Pleasure.
J.S. Rayford, Town Magister. Pleasure.
I had a funnier answer before.
I have some matters to attend to. Please stop by my office later. I'd love to chat with you some more.
Sounds good.
How much?
Good evening, lawman.
Good evening, Mr. Rome.
Alright, so how much infamy does it give me this time? 25. Okay, I think I got 30.
It looks like I'll be here a while. I should try to make a friend or something.
I think in my original run I did 30, because I said, no, I'm just visiting. And then he asked, may I get your name? And I said, no, I don't think you can. So then he's like, being a little bit feisty, hey, Mr. Rome. And then I respond saying, but you knew my name before asking. I consider that to be rude. That one gave me 30 infamy instead. Oh well, can't recreate everything, I guess. And now there's this guy.
Well, all in black, crow on his shoulder. Either this guy's a bit shady or his girlfriend was just murdered by a gang of thugs.
The crow on his shoulder there.
Hello there.
What, mate? What can I do for you?
This guy's face also looks a little too realistic to be just a character. He's probably some game designer or game reviewer too. Ober.
The name's Ober. This is Costigan. Well, this is it. A sweet little town to call home. Well, the tavern is about as lively as we get around here. There's a farmer's market off in the corner of town. All kind of people hang out there. There's the regulars, but occasionally travels show up to showcase their little oddities and all that. Oh, Gorf's a prat. If he ever pesters me, it's usually for a blight to get a sausage or something. I just hand him one to shut him up. He gives it out worse to others in town, though.
I've never met a Gorth, so I still don't know why I'm asking about him.
Frankly, I think he's dumb enough to get himself hurt or killed soon enough.
Foreshadowing.
Nice to meet you, friend.
See, now all the things are closed, so the first time I played this, I didn't even see the inside of any of these shops. Except for the magic user. He's open all night, it seems.
The door is locked.
That's the tavern. I would rather visit the mage's house right now. Oh, this guy here.
Nice night, eh?
Yes, it is. Clear night. Always is after a man's been executed.
Nasty business.
It certainly is. How can I help you? Edward Smith. Smith by name, Smith by trade. Feel free to call me Smith. We tend to it every day. My father tended to it for his father, I tended it for mine, and my boy tends to the fire for me. He makes sure it is fueled and fostered every day.
Can't do any buying right now.
You have no reason to give that to the...
Why not? It's like, hey, sharpen my sword. I have every reason to give the blacksmith my sword. You kidding me? There you are.
Is there something I might help you with?
All right. Ask about the
yes.
magic.
Magic. I do owe you a conversation about this. Let me ask you, what do you know of magic?
Mostly disappearing rabbits, chicks with cards, and how to disarm a woman out of her virtue.
Ah, yes, most fine and excellent forms of entertainment. But no, those are not attributes of real magic. Oh yeah, magic. Magic is the essence of the soul, pulled forth from the ether and made physical and active by the sheer force of will that comes from within us and within everything around us. I realize this sounds like a lot of philosophical nonsense, but it is an art, and you must learn to combine the spiritual with the physical.
Combining spiritual with physical. Buddy, that's what got me in trouble with the Baron's daughter in the last town I came from.
I'm not speaking of copulation, young man. To know spells, well, the incantation is only part of a larger process. See, in order to cast, say, a flame projectile, you not only need to know the chant for the spell, but you'd have to have a physical vessel for it.
Interesting.
And what would that be?
It's these kinds of secrets that one learns when one becomes a user of magic.
Like a charred skull with some bird feathers and stuff inside of it to lure the flying black horse of death?
Would you be interested in becoming a user of magic?
Not yet. I want to look around.
No, we can all be winners now, can we?
Have a good night, sir. I think I covered everything there that I did in that first video now. So yeah, the next thing I did was walk into the pub.
No, I do not know the way.
Friend, come on over, have a pint.
Look at this fella. He looks too handsome to enjoy a drink.
So we'll leave it here and continue on in part 2. This is where it left off in the video that got destroyed by the Share Factory corruption. I love this game. I really appreciate the attention to detail, the graphics, the music, the character design and their movement, the animations. The writing is funny and interesting, and the voice acting is fun. I'm enjoying this all around. Good job, you guys. Congrats, Pa, on being in this. I hope you're proud that you're in one of these, even if it is just to have your head chopped off. I bet that was hilarious to you as well. All right, we'll continue on. Until next time, LimeGreenSquid out. Quest for Infamy. Who needs a hero anyway? And see what other and see what other
But why would you want to smell like a dirty, dirty whore? Oh, he's dirty, 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 dirty whore. Oh, he's dirty, 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 dirty whore.